reason why I knew I needed to get a divorce was because I have a crystal clear memory of me having sex with my husband and thinking about this other guy, and me knowing in that moment I have to divorce him, because if I don't get out of this marriage, I'm going to cheat on him. I'm going to try to find this. And I know that's really up, but I didn't want to be a cheater.
No, it's not. That's happened to me too.
It wasn't the sex, it was the connection. But yes,
it was the realization
100%.
too.
Sadly, this is the experience of some people in committed relationships. You see someone while you're married, and you instantly develop not only romantic feelings, but sexual feelings. Now, I'm going to be talking about this in a different way than I'm going to talk about the experience of this woman in particular. Now, you meet someone outside of your committed relationship or marriage, and you instantly develop romantic and sexual feelings for that person. Now, people don't understand this. One thing you must understand is cheating is does not occur without emotions, thoughts, and feelings. Now, this is to say that cheating starts from the thoughts and emotions before the act. It is the thoughts before emotions, before the activity of cheating. Now, this is the thing that happens. Before cheating occurs, if you have a cheating partner, or you have a cheating spouse or a cheating girlfriend or a cheating boyfriend, one thing you must understand is it doesn't just occur spontaneous. It is not spontaneous. It is never. Before this person carries out the accidental, so-called accidental sort of cheating, before this person carries out the cheating act, what initially happens is that they must have thought about it. That's where the whole sexual fantasies come in. It's all in the psyche. That's where the whole emotions originate from. Emotions become more powerful, which is normal when they are attached to thoughts. And for someone to cheat, there has to be enough emotional power to be able to do that. Knowing fully well that cheating is equal to betrayal. Of course, cheating is betrayal. Having to have sex with someone who is not your partner, who you're not in love with. Or even if you're in love with your partner, finding out that you are having some sort of emotional connection and sexual fantasy or sexual drive or feelings towards someone who is not that person who is in your life, towards someone who is not that person who loves you back, towards someone who is not even in the whole emotional cycle. So this is the problem people have, and this is the problem I have with people, because a lot of people come to me and say, my spouse cheated on me and he or she said it's spontaneous, it's driven and all that. And I tell them that the truth is, and the truth will always remain, that cheating is pre-planned. Cheating is pre-planned. So once you start having thoughts, first the thoughts creep in, then the emotions. Before the emotions creep in, you have imaginations and all that. Now the imaginations create the emotions. Now in this case, where people will come out and say similar thing, just like this woman had said. Now they would say, I saw this person who is not my husband or not my boyfriend, or she's not my wife and she's not my girlfriend. But the thing is, I saw her and instantly I had this connection. And then a lot of people like this woman also narrate to me that they even have sexual fantasies of this person for them to be able to have sex with their partner, and they have sexual fantasies of this person even while they're having sex unconsciously to them. And now I tell them that the thing is, I advise them and I advise people who are in committed relationships not to feed this. Now you are gonna cheat because you are not in control of your psyche, you're not in control of the way your brain works, but what you can do is to disrupt it. Now you need to feed thoughts, you need to keep feeding imaginations, you need to keep feeding emotions before it can become reality. So that's why I keep telling people, don't feed these thoughts, don't feed these emotions. And what do I mean by that? I mean cut off. Don't feed it, because if you don't keep feeding these thoughts, they would not actualize into emotions and feelings and imagination. So you need to stop the process before it gets a hold of you. Now the thing is, If your partner is good, that's the one question I do ask a lot of people. If your partner is good, why cheat? Now, I know a lot of people are going to say this. A lot of you guys are going to come after me and say, a lot of us don't have partners who are good enough, or the reason why we cheated, or the reason why we stay having sexual fantasies for this person we just met in the first place, who is not our partner, is because the person has what our partner, doesn't have. And the person is doing what our partner is not doing for us. Hence, they do complain that their partner is not good enough. And they do also tell me and complain to others that their partner is not good. Now, if your partner is simply not a good partner for you, that's one thing to consider. And what you should do instead of cheating is to walk out of the relationship. There is no point cheating, because cheating is not only dangerous for your emotions and for your psyche and for that of your partner and the betrayal and all that and all the guilt you're going to be going through after. It exposes you to unwanted ties such as STDs and emotional connection, which you might regret later. So when it comes to marriage and relationship, we do see that most times the grass is never greener on the other side. Think about that, because this person you're cheating with, on your spouse or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, whatever it is, you find that along the way, the person lacks certain unique characters that your partner has. It could be a ton of them. It could be simply just maybe one or two. And you realize that all that is between, because all that happens in this case of cheating has a lot to do with infatuations and the sexual, chemistry and all that, which is the reason why I do tell people these are aspects of your personality and being and your makeup that you have control over. And so did you find out that this person they are cheating with during the cheating process or after the cheating process, that this person they are cheating with is not even better than their partner? A lot of times, most times, this is I'm talking about majority of populations that have cheated, experience this. And then this is where the regret and the guilt comes in. And they start to feel less. And then when the other partner finds out about this, he or she says, okay, it comes like it hurts the person, because your spouse now realizes you cheated on him with someone who is much less than you. And that's really, really painful. So a lot of people do understand that this is one criteria that people do come up with the saying and say, yeah, the grass is never greener on the other side, because it's never greener on the other side. Now, because during the cheating process, you're going to find out that your partner has a lot of things. Yes, you're going to find that, because there is difference between someone who you have spent a lot of time with, who you have learned, who you've understood, who you have become compassionate to, and who you have been with, who you have shared your bed with, your emotions, your nakedness with. There is a difference between that person and someone who you just met out of the blue, who is just new in the picture because of the sexual fantasies or the connection, the supposed connection you say you have with this person. And that's why I do tell people we should be careful how we use the word connection, because connection is the reason why you are with your partner for this long. If you are not connected, you wouldn't be this long. Connection is not something that just comes out of the blue. Connection is something that is honed and developed, especially when it comes to romantic connection. Now, that supposed connection people claim or people say they have to this person who is not their partner at the instance is not connection. It's just something that has to do with infatuation and a lot that has to do with sexual a drive that is hidden or unsatisfaction. It is not connection. It is not. Connection has to do with having things and realizing that you and this person share a lot of things in common, and you and this person have this sort of, compatibility that is so out of the way, that is so unique from the other people you have dealings with every day. So I do tell people, let's be careful how you define connection. And then a large percentage of people who cheat regret during the cheating process and after the cheating act. Now, in this case of the woman, I am not convinced, because I know that she is really not coming out for that. That's why I'm not convinced, because she can tell me that only thoughts and sexual fantasies for the other man, that's the only reason why she left her husband. No, I am not convinced that only having sex with her husband and having this fantasy about this man and this connection is the reason why she left her husband. No, it is either two things. It's either she has already cheated with this so-called man, or she has had a history of cheating, and she feels that if her husband discovers this, that is going to destroy the marriage, and she might not want to She might not want her husband to initiate the divorce first, so she wants to be on the other side to kind of ease her guilt and her conscience. On the other hand of this part, I do feel that probably she has had so many cheating experiences and the man doesn't know yet, and therefore she feels that if she discontinues this marriage, she can freely do what she wants to do without any guilt or any attachment connected with her husband, because now she's now doing this sexual fantasies in reality with this guy, but she's not married. So it just kind of, it's more like a damage control thing. Now, the other side is she believes that she being unfaithful, and she being that unfaithful to the point of fantasizing for another man on top of, while she's on top of her husband, is not only a letdown on her personality, her values and her conflict, and therefore she just wants to get down with it. A lot of people experience this. When someone cannot control the level of infatuation or sexual chemistry that they have with people they come across every day, they often feel like this, and this is what makes them feel inadequate, and they call out of committed relationship, and they feel that I'm only having that emotions for this person is cheating already. Yeah, it's cheating, but the thing is, these emotions can be fought, these emotions can be controlled. There comes a time in people's lives that they experience things like this, and that's why we have to teach them and let them know that it's simply emotions, and because it's emotions and thoughts, you can stop it. That doesn't mean you should leave your partner. These are things you can work on. There are shortcomings of yourself and your personality, and that's what you need to work on. So I think this is the reason why. Now, the third reason I am thinking that she left, divorced her husband, is because her husband is just not good enough for her. Now, I know a lot of you are going to come after me for this, but the truth is, some people cheat. There is a percentage of people who cheat that claim that their partners or their spouses are not good enough, just like I said earlier. But whatever the case is, we must learn to apply discipline to our sexual nature and our sexual chemistry, because it will always be there. That's why we are humans, and we must apply discipline to the aspects of our lives so we can function well and have good relationships, and also do better at what we do, and we will have a fulfilling and guilt-free life, and a life where we'll be safe. Because if you don't apply discipline, especially when it comes to your sexual nature or sex in particular, you're going to have a lot of problems. You're going to have STDs, you're going to have long-term, societal problem and emotional, mental problems. So that's the reason why I do not accept cheating, and I do not like cheating, because there is a lot of damage it does. A lot of people come out and say, oh yeah, I'm a man, men naturally cheat. The thing is, men do not naturally cheat. Neither do women. Cheating is caused by an inadequacy. Inadequacy is the reason why people cheat. Whether it could be inadequacy from your end or that of your spousal end. It's not normal. And we should stop normalizing cheating, whether for men or for women. Now, I am Aerissa Stormrage, and this is Breaking the Enigma Show.